Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Emma. If you're not already, you should definitely subscribe down below. So in honor of like college graduation, post-grad eras for a lot of my subscribers, followers, etc., I thought I would do a little post-grad chit-chat Q&A type thing, because when this video goes up, I will have graduated grad school 2 weeks ago, which is crazy because school was kind of my whole identity for like a while. I was basically in school for 21 years. 21 years out of my 24 years of my life I've been in school. So now finally at the age of 24 I'm done with school. But I actually enjoyed school, especially with like this YouTube channel and stuff. That was kind of my whole identity. Was I started it doing college vlogs and then I did grad school vlogs. I have coffee also. I went to Dunkin'. I got what I think might be my new drink for the summer. So I get a medium iced coffee with milk. You can get cream, but sometimes I just like prefer milk for a little bit of lighter taste. And then I got 2 pumps French vanilla, 2 pumps butter pecan. But I'm also wearing a white shirt, so let's hope I don't spill anything. Okay, so I don't have any specific like questions. Like it's not really Q&A. It's more of me just talking about my experience and some things that you may encounter if you're also going through post-grad. I guess my first thing is the whole like identity thing, where if you're so used to being in school, even after college, but especially if you do more after that, whether that's getting your master's or PhD, it is kind of a hard adjustment, which I've only had 2 weeks, so I don't think it's really like hit me yet that I'm not going back to school in August like I normally would have. So it's a lot of independence all at once. It is still kind of a lot when you're so used to having that one identity, and then now you have to figure out who am I without school. So I think obviously finding a job is important, but outside of that, I think it's really important to focus on like what do you like. So find hobbies that you're interested in. I know in school I didn't really have a whole lot of time to do hobbies. Like I was just always doing stuff and always busy, but now that I have time, I've discovered that I really like doing painting, which I've been doing for years, but I'm like getting back into it now. I've started to do air dry clay because that's another arts and craft thing, and you like make it and then you can paint it. And then I also really like reading, which I feel like is so basic. Sometimes I'm just on watching a screen too much, especially if I'm doing stuff on my computer and doing work stuff and then going on my phone and scrolling, and sometimes I just need to read and have like a break from the screen time. Another thing that I've kind of really struggled with is finding friends like post-grad, because my friends from college, we do not live in the same place. I really struggled to make friends the 2 years that I was in grad school because I also was not going to classes in person. Most of my classes were online, and also I went to a different grad school than my undergrad. So a lot of the people at that grad school had gone there for their undergrad and then were just staying an extra year to do their masters. So I kind of felt like the odd one out. A lot of people knew each other already and I didn't know anyone. So I definitely could have tried harder, honestly. I had a few like friend dates from people that I met on Bumble BFF. I don't know, I just didn't try super hard, and I definitely could have put in more effort, but I feel like it's worth it. I feel like if I had put in more work, you get more out of it, you know, like you get a better friendship, you get more friends. That is one of the biggest things that I feel like people talk about post-grad. It's so different than college, especially if you're living in a new city, and a lot of people now do remote work, so it's not even like you're going into an office to meet people. You just can't expect to not do anything and have like everyone come to you and be like, oh my god, I want to be your friend, you know? So that was like one mistake that I made, where I really didn't put in as much effort as I should have, and I could have gotten like really good quality friendships out of it. Obviously finding a job is difficult. Searching for a job is hard. I would say use all the resources available to you. I always forget that like my undergrad school and my grad school, their career center helps alumni. So it's like even if you graduated a couple years ago, you probably can email the people at your career center and say, hey, can you look over my resume? You know anyone that's hiring in this industry? Can you connect me with someone to do an informational interview? Just like talk to people. So talk to people in your circles. Your friend knows someone who works in that industry, or your parents know someone who work in that industry. And even if they're not gonna be able to hire you, it's good to just talk to that person, get information about what the industry is like, what the people are looking for, like when you're applying for jobs, is there certain things that you should put on your resume? And then maybe something will come up out of those. Like maybe they know someone who is hiring, because I feel like now it's all about connections. But then also if you're feeling like, oh my god, I'm so dejected, like I've been searching for months and I haven't gotten a job, there are definitely people who are in the same boat as you, because there are so many people coming out of college at the same time, so many people looking in the same industry, and there's only a limited amount of jobs. I feel like the moral of this video should be just don't stress, don't overthink, only focus on the things that you can control. If a place rejects you, don't feel bad about it. that you weren't meant to be there. You can move on and do something better. You will find your place, and your first job doesn't have to be your dream job. You don't have to find a job that you're gonna work for the next 40 years of your life. If it's something that you're okay with working for a year or two just to get more experience and then still searching for jobs while you're working there, like, that's totally fine. People do that all the time. I know that's a lot easier to say, like me sitting here saying don't stress, and you're probably watching this saying like, how am I not supposed to stress? I have been where you are, and I'm sitting here telling you that it is going to be okay. Another thing is like relationships post-grad, so mostly romantic relationships. If you're in a relationship in college or graduate school, especially if you go to the same school as someone, it's a lot easier during that time to see them. You know, you're always kind of in the same area. It's a lot easier to coordinate having date nights and stuff like that. And then once you get to post-grad, it gets a little more difficult, especially if you're not moving to the same place. My boyfriend and I just did long distance. I don't like to call it long distance because he was in New Jersey, I was in Massachusetts. It was like a 4-hour drive. So I feel bad calling it long distance because I know that some people have like way longer distances than that. For sake of this video, we did long distance for the past 2 years. That was kind of our first experience of being apart. And honestly, I would say that it's good. I feel like a lot of people say this honestly, but I think long distance is something that you should do at least once in your relationship. Say you get a job and the city where you get your job is like 3 hours away from where your significant other lives. I would say that you should take that if it's something that you want to do, because you will learn so much about yourself and about the other person and about your communication style. The main reason that I really think long distance is important is because you get to grow individually and together. So I feel like that can really allow you to figure out, what do you want to do with your life? Do you like your job? Are you able to find hobbies? Are you able to find friends on your own that's outside of your significant other? Because that can also be hard. And maybe sometimes people realize, oh, when I'm not with this person, I'm actually not even like missing them that much. It can also work in the opposite way, where people realize that maybe this isn't your person, and that's okay too. If you just realize while you're on your own that like maybe you were only with them because you were with them like proximity wise at the same school or something, because I truly believe that you don't need someone to complete you. You are 100%. You are perfect the way you are. It's not like you're 50% and the other person's 50% and you like fit together like a puzzle piece and they complete you. You are perfectly fine on your own, but this other person can enhance your life. They can make the little things so much better. So if they're not enhancing your life, I think you really need to do some like self-introspection and think, was I only with them because I wanted a relationship, or was I with them because I wanted them specifically? Okay, I think I'm gonna be done yapping because I'm sweating in this car. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Make sure to follow my social media down below to keep up with my daily life. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!